Weather will hopefully cooperate this late afternoon on a wet day here in Howard County, as we've got UPSL DMV North Conference action tonight from the campus of Hammond High School in Columbia, Maryland. Unfortunately, Mother Nature has decided to bring her late April showers, but as we all know, those tend to bring May flowers as the calendar turns. Hybrid FC welcomes Moco 1776 to Columbia in a DMV North clash that we are so excited to bring you here on DMV Sports Media. Hybrid FC comes into this one having only scored 1 goal in their 2 losses to begin the season. They are looking for a jump start after a 2-1 loss last week on the road at the hands of Bridge Sports Club. They will go up against a Moco 1776 side also looking for their first victory in their 4th match of the season. Moco suffered a 4-2 defeat at home to Bowley's Athletic at home last Sunday. That's all you need to know to get you started. Alongside my cameraman, Dono Wallace, my name is Josh Sager. We are so happy to have you with us wherever you may be. We will hopefully find out the roster for Moco 1776, but we did get the starters for Hybrid FC. Bruno Tejo lines up his team in a 4-4-3. Elijah Wormley gets the start in net with a center back pairing of Oliver Rivas Amaya, and we will find out eventually who the other center back is that was not put on the roster. There might have been a late scratch. Yama Ogra and Tarek Amon are the right and left backs respectively. The 3 center mids are Kyle Simmons, Randy Salvador, and Obi Ekeagwu. Daryl Greenwood is the left midfielder. Pierre Cornel is opposite him, and the lone striking option today is Mackay Walker. As we go, we will see if we can get the roster and starting lineup for Moco 1776. But we are going to hopefully get through this one without any severe storms coming. There is a lot of rain expected in the forecast today. But these are 2 sides that are very much looking to get to a good start here in their 3rd and 4th games respectively when you talk about Hybrid and Moco. Hybrid FC only has 1 goal this year, as I mentioned at the top. That's 3 goals scored for Moco 1776.
I can't write them out because
Sorry about that, folks. We were just getting the roster for Moco 1776. We don't have a lineup right now, but we are going to try to identify by numbers as this goes along. We are underway here on a rainy day here in Columbia. You've got Hybrid FC going from left to right on your screen in the green and white. From right to left on your screen in the orange is Moco 1776. Both teams still looking for their first victories of the season. And now we actually do have a lineup here for Moco 1776. The goalkeeper today is Garrett Carter. He will be the netminder as the only one also. Leo Dobosh, who's the other netminder on this team, is not on the bench today. So that ball goes out of play. It's going to be a 4-1-4-1 formation, it seems. The center back pairing is Parks Tolton and Tony Ibarra, with the right back being the right back is Jose Rodriguez, and the left back is Marvin Zapata. Sorry, folks, I'm just trying to, right now, just get all of my stuff here. Midfield consists of Sahil Vashi over as the sole defensive mid. The center mids consist of Jonathan Kuhn, Lachlan Sebastian. Excuse us, folks. Oh, we do have a goal already from Moco 1776. Our apologies, as this is off to a bit of a chaotic start, but Moco does have a goal within the opening 2 minutes of this match. I think it was the lone striker today, Ilian Afonso, scored the opening goal. And already Moco off to a flying start here on the road, a place where they are really going to need to get some massive points if they want to rise here in the standings. But already a really good start for this road team. We're going to be very interested to see the conditions today, because of how rainy it is around in this area here in Columbia. Back to the starter, Sebastian Bedoya Camargo is another one of the midfielders, along with Atakan Ozturk. And the final of the, as we will get back to that in a second, coming down the right side, that was Pierre Corneille. Ball went out of play, it seems, before it went to the right back, Ogra. A little bit of chaos in the middle. As we mentioned, the rain here is going to play a huge factor. They're going to send it back to Garrett Carter. Just looking for a reset here for Moco, and now there's the pressure and an easy tap-in. A gift of a goal from Garrett Carter, and it comes off the foot of, it looks like, Pierre Corneille. Garrett Carter was a bit too footloose. And after taking a back pass there from the right back for Moco 1776, Jose Rodriguez seemed to be a bit too slow and did not see that Corneille was coming over and immediately put it into the back of the net. Already we've got off to a flying start here in Columbia. Ogra got a really tough pass there. Bit too far. You're going to wonder how slick the surface is going to be. The rain was coming down quite hard just before we came on here. Pass intercepted, not fully cleared. And now it's gotten rid of by Marvin Zapata, but now into the stands. And I do tell you, when I mean torrential downpour, it was coming down hard. And before we came on here, cameraman Dono and I were reminiscing about a match that we had back in Virginia back in November, where it just would not stop raining. Hopefully we will have the showers peter out a little bit, as there's a long ball forward from Jose Rodriguez. It's going to just go back to a high braid. And a switch of the field now to Yama Ogra. Bit of a tough pass to Cornel. And he will try centering one, and it's intercepted away immediately there. And now a chance for Hybrid was on the far side. That pass was a bit too far. Intended for the one forward today for, for the left mid, Daryl Greenwood. Here's Walker. Cornel. Surveying his options. Out wide, got a push from the back there. Here's a shot, and it's just gonna go wide. A very nice opportunity from Obia Keagwu. And already, Hybrid FC is putting the pressure on Moco 1776. As I mentioned earlier, that was only their first goal. That was only Hybrid's second goal of the season. The other one came back in their last match. I believe that was Kyle Simmons who scored it. As Wormley's pass went way too wide for Yama Ogra. And a prime opportunity here on a throw-in. Afonso. Nice chip pass to the outside. Bedoya, Camargo lost it, but he is now fouled. A foul called against the center back for Hybrid. Hybrid, Oliver Rivera Amaya. So free kick here to be taken by Ilian Afonso, the Frenchman. Also has Tony Ibarra with him. Afonso takes it. It's parried away by Wormley. Not that far as the intended shot there from I believe Sebastian was blocked. Here is Ibarra. Has decided to venture to the left side. Nice back heel to get it forward. Zapata battles it in the corner. That ball did go off of Ekeagwu, and it will be out for a corner kick. First set piece of the match here already. Or excuse me, second set piece, first corner. Just waiting for a ball to get over there, because it did go onto the racing track, the running track that is around here at the Hammond High School Stadium. Luckily for us, the rain has decided to die down a bit. But we don't anticipate how long that's going to last. Corner to be taken here. Ibarra with an in-swinger. It was a bit low, and it's just going to evade everybody, and it's going to go out. But it did touch a Hybrid defender. And it will be a throw-in here for Moco. Excuse me, that was Sahil Vashi that took that corner. Long throw in taken. Wormley almost ran into his own teammate, has to get rid of it, and it's finally disposed in the back. Here is Mackay Walker. He's pushed off, no foul. Very nice to see a little bit of separation here for Moco. Down the channel. There is a foul called here. That one does go against Pierre Corneille. He went and fouled, I believe Jonathan Coombe. Free kick taken quickly by Marvin Zapata. He goes back. I think an unexpected pass there for Coombe. Zapata. You can hear the words options. That one was headed back out of play. Free kick to be taken here. This will be Kyle Simmons on it. He was just waiting for the Moco player, I believe player Sebastian, to get out of the way. Takes a long free kick, and it's going to be headed away by Jose Rodriguez. For those of you just joining us, welcome to a rainy day in Columbia, not far from the nation's capital. It's actually, we're quite in the middle between DC and Baltimore. Long attempted pass that looked like was going to be getting to Oscar. Jonathan Coombe. Headering one. Really good opportunity there, but Alfonso kicked it a bit too far of his midfielder, Sebastian. So Wormley will take a goal kick here. Or not a goal kick, he will punt it into the air. Walker surveys his options, goes to the outside out to Pierre Corneille. Having to spin around because Jose Rodriguez was on him. And that's going to go out of play, off of the foot, it sounds like, of Rodriguez, because the flag went in favor of Hybrid. Long throw in by Yama Agra. And it looks like this is going to be offside. The flag did come up on the near side. Oh no, he's saying that the foot went over the line. So it will be now a free kick here. Or throw-in, excuse me, for Moco 1776. Coming in today, Moco had 3 goals this season. 2 of them scored in that massive barn burner last week just outside of Baltimore against Bowleys. Go out wide a bit too far for Daryl Greenwood. So we are approaching the 14th minute of action. Centers one. Here's Rodriguez. Looking for a nice tempo. Moco has been causing a bit of pandemonium so far for Hybrid, but it's been Hybrid who's been controlling the majority of this match so far. Zapata. That pass was blocked by Corneille. Walker goes out to Corneille, but instead it was a bit too short for him, and it's going to go out of play for a throw-in. But we had 2 goals, I would say, in the opening 5 minutes of this match. Stolen away there by Akeagwu, out to Corneille. He's looking to get around Zapata. Corneille crossing, headed just short from Greenwood, and it will go out of play. A throw in here for Hybrid. To be taken by Agra, and he goes back to his center back, the one that we did not name in the when I was reading out the lineups. Actually, excuse me, that's Randy Salvador, one of the midfielders. Amaya. Ekeagwu. Corneal. Nice through pass to Ekeagwu. He's pushed down. And the ref is saying that was completely legal, and a really harsh tackle there. By Makai Walker. And down on the turf, I think, is Tony Ibarra. I mean, based on the way that tackle looked, it looked like it was studs up, both feet. Been hearing, just heard from the back line, we got to get up for it. Come on, strikers, for Moco 1776. A lot of these long balls, like the one you're seeing right now here, as something is developing. Here's Oscar on the far side. Push down, and this will be a foul against Moco 1776. Gotta wonder, though, also how much maybe the slick turf maybe helped exasperate that touch there. Taken away now, Oscar. Good slide tackle there from Amaya. Corneal, he evades the slide tackle, and we've got a player down for a quick second. Greenwood, the pass intended for him was cut short. Afonso, one-touch pass. Into the middle. Out wide for Zapata. Marvin Zapata. Coombe. Just heard Pierre Corneal go, that's not a foul. Showing a little bit of frustration with the refereeing decision so far. The free kick will be taken here by, here out wide by Parks Tolton. It's gonna lob one forward now. Afonso heads it back to a teammate, Coombe. Take over by, lost by Coombe. Here's Tolton. Rodriguez. Moco has been controlling much of the possession over this last couple of minutes. But that ball was just short, intended for its intended target. By the way, the one player that we have been missing for Hybrid FC is Joski Dempsey. He's the other center back along with Amaya. That one's gonna just go to the foot of Rodriguez. Salvador find Ekeagwu. Tackle from behind, it did get all ball. This is a really nice opportunity brewing here. Coombe hits it right into Ogra's foot. Zapata looking for options. Goes to the middle. Getting it back immediately. Coombe is going to cross one in for Afonso. He's going to beat his defender, Afonso, but it's just not going to get past Elijah Wormley, who swallows it up. Been a bit of a cagey affair now, too. We've been seeing a lot of very risky tackles so far. Corneal took one off the volley, and he almost found Mackay Walker, but it's cleared away by Tolton. They're just going to let that one go out of play for a goal kick. Going to take it short. Amaya. That one was way too short, and it got intercepted. Coombe, I think that might have almost hit a hand. Nothing given there. And Wormley has to get rid of it. And we do have a foul called here. Called against Moco. Salvador. Simmons. That was a nice pass by Agra, and offside is Corneal. The flag did just come up here on the near side, but that would have been a prime opportunity. It was also a great save there by Garrett Carter, who had to come up big to prevent a second goal there for Pierre Corneal. Tolton will send it forward, and it's a bit too far for Afonso. Just goes to the foot of Elijah Wormley, who can calmly get it to Joski Densi. Ogra. Tried to break multiple ankles with some megs. Greenwood has his stuff intercepted. Out wide now. Here's a chance for Moco. Cross into the box, Afonso, and it's just going to be blocked away by Densi. Very nice recovery there from the hybrid center back, but it is going to go out of play. Another one that's just lobbed right to Elijah Wormley. This is becoming a little bit of a pattern right now for Moco. You've got to also wonder, though, how much of this is because of how slippery that ball is. It might just be messing off with some of the timing. Salvador with a long ball forward that was a bit too curly. That curled a bit for Mackay Walker. A lot of high balls. Eke Agwu. He lost it. It's going to go back to Tolton. Kuhn could not fully control that pass on the backspin with all that backspin there. Those just joining us here within the first 30 minutes. Two very early goals, one within the second minute, I would say, for Moco 1776, and then a response about 3 minutes later for Hybrid. after a catastrophic goalkeeper malfunction. Looks like we're already going to have a substitute here for Moco 1776. Yeah, we do have a player that's coming off injured right now. Looks like that might be Tony Ibarra that is coming off. Actually, no, excuse. Yeah, that is. Actually, no, that is Atakan Ozturk. And he is really right now holding on to that thigh area, hunched over. You don't ever want to see that. Good block there from Randy Salvador, but it's just going to fall right to Garrett Carter. Amaya heads it back into play. Nice layoff from Greenwood. And now Carter has to bail out his back line. Algra has to battle Kuhn. Oh, nice spin move to get around the New Zealander. Given away there by Corneal, and it's just gonna flop around and go into the defensive area. Just a reset there from Zapata. Good block by Corneal. It will be a throw-in now. Zapata to take a throw-in. Nice moves there from Randy Salvador. Out wide for Corneal. It was a bit too out in front of the foot. Long throw in there from the back. Afonso centering one. It's given away. Greenwood didn't know where it went. And as a result, it's now turned over by Zapata. Here's a time opportunity for Corneal. Pass was too far out in front of Greenwood. Could have been a really good chance to capitalize on yet another mistake from Moco 1776. They've had a lot of those so far in this first half. Rodriguez going forward. Given away now. Here's Pierre Corneal. He's going to take it. Corneal, good stop on the dive by Garrett Carter, out for a hybrid corner. In-swinging ball in for hybrid. It's headed down, and it's just headed wide. It will be a goal kick now. Really nice moves. They got around Salvador. Good long through ball. Here's Kuhn, but he's beaten to it as Wormley comes out of his box. And he will just put it out of play and into the stands. Tolton just getting a reset here. Ibarra gonna send a ball in the middle. That one went off the foot of Rodriguez and out. Greenwood got tripped up, and he also took a player out with him. And Greenwood is in a heap of pain. Holding on to that wrist. He does get picked up by Afonso quite easily. So a free kick coming up here to be taken by Tarek Amon. Long ball into the box, just short of it. Headed by Simmons. Greenwood gets there, and he's going to just chest it down to a Kayagwu. Misplayed there by Rodriguez. Ekeagwu getting around multiple defenders. He's going to cross one in, but Garrett Carter gets to it first before Corneal can stab it in. Coombe was able to force a throw in favor of Moco 1776. Given away by Salvador, and a prime opportunity. Oscar could really punish Hybrid here out on the far side. Very well covered there by Joski Dempsey. Pick that off, given away. Here's Afonso into the box, looking for options. Has to backheel it. And that one shot is deflected and into the gloves of Elijah Wormley, who since that second minute really has been quite a busy bee tonight, or this afternoon. We've been seeing a lot of weak kicks so far from Wormley. He has not been really getting it. There's only been a couple of times where he's gotten it past the 40-yard line if this was American football. Also got to wonder how waterlogged this ball might be because of how much rain we have had here this morning, this afternoon. Afonso going out wide to a teammate. Excuse me, that's Lachlan McVie. Ogra, oh, he just could not keep it in play. As Kuhn will throw it in. That is going to be offside. So we are approaching soon the end of the first half here on a rainy, rainy day. You know, I figured that with the two early goals we got, that it was going to probably be a little bit more chaotic than this in terms of the goal scoring, in terms of the score here. Too bad I can't get to say it rains. If it rains, it pours. It's given away by Simmons, and now Afonso. Oh, really nice tackle by Amaya, and Afonso is down holding his knee. I personally thought that Amaya got all ball on that, but clearly not. Long throw coming here for Tarek Amon. Dempsey tried to switch the field. In fact, it's intercepted. Given away, Afonso. Oh, what a save by Wormley. Corner coming up here. This is the third of the game for Moco 1776. Just got to admire, though, that save by Elijah Wormley, the way he had to get down to his legs, and I think he also almost slipped there. Short corner taken. Afonso with a one-timer, and it's cleared away by Tarek Amon. So a long throw and expected here from Jose Rodriguez. A launch one into the box, headed out by Simmons, and Wormley has to catch it. He did get fouled there by the big man for Moco 1776. Lachlan McVie. Rain is starting to come down again a little bit. Kind of jealous right now of my cameraman. He does have a full-on umbrella. I am only in a pullover sweatshirt. Slide tackle from behind from Walker. Carter has to get rid of it. He does dispose. Afonso, oh, nice through ball. He finds Jonathan Coombe, who's onside. Coombe is by himself. He's got no support. He's got three defenders on him, and a really nice slide tackle there by Ama Okra. Gets a corner, but that was a prime opportunity for Moco. I mean, that was a beautiful ball there by the main target, setting up a target for his teammate on the midfield. In swinging ball incoming here for McVie. That's a an out swinger. That one was a bit too far ahead. Rodriguez will cross one in. Headed, and it's just going to go into the gloves of Wormley, and he will kick it out of harm's way. One of his longer punts so far. Almost got it to the midfield line. Corneal, back pass from Mackay Walker was a bit too short, and Parks Tolton will just go back. Afonso, nice first touch. Oscar, finding Coombe. Got boxed up by Algra. Taken back over. Lost by Ekeagwu. And now here's Algra going forward for Mackay Walker. He's onside, but could not fully control it. That one does go out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Moco. The rain is starting to pick up again. Wind is also starting to pick up a little bit. It is getting a bit breezy here. Afonso gets the loose ball. With Simmons on him, nice through ball. But boxing out but Dempsey boxing out any attempt at an attack there. Goals from Ilian Afonso and Pierre Corneille have this game even at 1 apiece. They both came quite early. But since then, both goalkeepers have been rather busy so far in this match. Push from behind, nothing called against McVie. Salvador goes to the outside. Here's Greenwood in support. Greenwood shot! Oh, just wide of the net. Wide, and it went into the side netting. It was a really nice rocket, though, off the one-timer. Afonso takes it off the chest. He's going to find Jonathan Coombe, who's onside, and a good block there from Wormley. Wormley mistimes that. That's going into the back of the net from Coombe. Salvador now looking to start a counter. Unfortunately, all the reinforcements have gotten to back for Moco, but he still has the ball here, Salvador. Going to center one, and it was a bit too short for Ekeagwu. Afonso taken down from behind. Free kick coming here from Moco. Starting to get a bit colder now, too. This will be Afonso to take. He's going to launch a ball in, and it's just a line drive right into the chest of Elijah Wormley. Former player from PSU Brandywine. Corneille just hits that with his hand. He's lucky that was out of play. Ibarra. Oh, excuse me, he's off. I meant Rodriguez. Zapata. Oscar finds McVie. Afonso. Gonna launch one forward. Coombe, it was just over his knee. And as a result, it went a bit too far. A lot of chaos right now in the box. Corneille. Going forward now. Vashi is taken down from behind, nothing called. Greenwood has to look for support, goes back to Amon. Centers. Zapata. And McVie is fouled by Amaya. Free kick. So a free kick coming up here. taken here. By Tony Ibarra. Ibarra gets it back. Puts it down. McVie finds Afonso. And Afonso was offside. He's going to take the shot anyway. He's got to be very careful that he didn't take that a bit later. That's normally a yellow card for delaying the restart. I should know I did that a lot when I was playing in high school. Given away. McVie, nice one-time pass. Here's Tony Ibarra by himself. Ibarra! Good stop by Wormley. And now Kyle Simmons. That will be the halftime whistle here in Columbia, Maryland. 1-1 is our score after 2 quite early goals on a rainy, slick surface here on the campus of Hammond High School. We'll be back with you guys at the end of at the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. It's here on DMV Sports Media, Hybrid FC1, Moco 1776-1. Back here on a cold, rainy, brisk and raw afternoon here in Columbia, Maryland. Welcome back to our coverage of this UPSL DMV North Conference clash here on DMV Sports Media. Josh Sager, Donna Wells, thrilled to have you along for the ride as Hybrid FC and Moco 1776 scored quite early and then have not scored since. It's been back and forth in terms of shooting opportunities or shooting chances created between these two sides that both are right now looking for a jump start in their seasons. Both are still looking for their first win. Hybrid especially is still looking for their first points of the season. They've lost their first two matches of 2026. Goals came from Ilian Afonso within the second minute of this match for Moco 1776, and a massive mistake by Garrett Carter in net allowed Pierre Corneille to capitalize and tie this thing about 3 minutes later. Don't think we're going to be seeing any substitutions here to begin the second half. We have had one for Moco due to an injury. And thankfully, it seems, the rain has stopped for a few minutes, although my cameraman here said it's only going to last about 8 minutes, so I guess we'll take whatever we can. But yeah, you can also definitely feel the wind. It's really starting to get a bit chilly around here as we are about set to get underway. We've already had 45 minutes played, 45 to go. Sit back and relax. We've got a good one here in the DMV North Conference. It'll be Hybrid to kick us off, going from right to left in the green and white. And in the neon orange, I honestly think it's more like traffic cone orange, and black is Moco 1776. Hoco versus Moco. Second half underway as Mackay Walker kicks us back into play, as Amaya will launch a long ball forward. But it just goes to Tony Ibarra, Dempsey. Lost out, and here's a chance now on this near side for Hybrid as Coombe had to just watch it go out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up, a throw-in coming up here for Hybrid. Thought at first that might have crossed the goal line, or at least the out of bounds line defensively. Long throw-in from Daryl Greenwood. Finds Kyle Simmons, but it was given away. Here's Afonso trying to curl one in! And it's just going to go wide. I thought that first that might have gone in. Had some serious bend on that. We've been seeing that a lot today from Ilian Afonso. He's been taking a lot of one-time shots, and a few of them have actually had really good chances to get through. Might have just overhit them. Speaking of under-hitting one, pass stolen away by Lachlan McVeet. He evades multiple tackles. Rodriguez launching a ball forward. Corneille taken down by Afonso, picked away by Kyle Simmons. Tallest man on the pitch, it's between those two. I would say that they're about equal. A bit too far. Dempsey. That pass was deflected by Akeagwu. It goes back to Greenwood, back to the Nigerian Akeagwu. Was out of play. That pass intended for Mackay Walker. Chance now here for Hybrid. Ogra giving support. Here's Corneille, the goal scorer. He's going to cross one in, and it's deflected into the gloves of Garrett Carter. That is a bad tackle, and down on the pitch right now is Jonathan Kumu. It looks like it's switched over from the left to the right. Free kick coming up here. It'll be taken by Tony Ibarra. Throw-in coming up for Hybrid. Yeah, we haven't seen a few. We've only seen about 2 shots so far in the second half. Let's see if somebody can maybe turn something on here. Nice outlet pass here to Coombe, and a really nice tackle by Joski Dempsey. He got all ball, and Jonathan Coombe did not have any knowledge of that happening. It will be a corner now, though, for Moco 1776. Free kick coming up. This looks like is going to be Ilian Afonso on top of it. He's also got Ibarra. Afonso goes for goal. It's off the post. The rebound is stabbed home. Lachlan McVie pounced on the loose ball after it hit off the woodwork. And Moco 1776 are on their way to their first 3 points of the UPSL 2026 spring season. Afonso's had a few opportunities that have just missed, and that one, he rattled off the bar. But luckily for him, he did have a teammate there. There's been a few opportunities like that so far for Moco today. They have not been able to pounce on them, but they just did there. And now Moco 1776 leads 2-1. Here on the road, Hybrid is looking for a response. Kyle Simmons has to go out to Yama Agra. And Cornel is pushed down for a foul. Free kick coming up now for Hybrid. Cleared out of the way, and now Hybrid is looking for a response here after giving up a very nicely technical goal there for Moco 1776. Not the way you draw it up, but it's a goal nonetheless. Simmons has two members of Moco's defense on him. Tarek Amon will throw it in. Here is Gerald Greenwood. One-time pass from Simmons back to Greenwood. It's going to find Amon's foot, and now kicked out of the zone. Nice moves by Dempsey. Out wide. Cross from Cornel is going to be blocked out. It's going to be a corner for Hybrid. So a corner coming up for Hybrid. It's going to be taken here by Randy Salvador. The wind is starting to starting to die down a bit, but it did blow towards that goal. Here comes an in-swinging ball in, headed away, only as far as Greenwood. He's going to have a strike, and it's right into the body of Parks Tolton. It's going to be out for another corner kick coming up here. You can see some players possibly down on the sidelines right now just trying to warm up here. It's going to be a corner taken by Cornel. In-swinging ball headed over the net by Kyle Simmons. That was a perfect backspin on that delivery. I think Simmons might have just headed it a bit too hard. And it's now here for Moco. And when I say that it is getting cold here, I mean it. It's 50 degrees, it says on my weather app, but it does feel apparently like it's 43. The weather around here has been very strange over the last few days. It was in the 70s yesterday. Gotten rid of by Greenwood, and now a chance for McVie. Is beaten to it by Algra, and it's out for a throw-in for Moco. Wind has started to settle down a bit. So has the rain, actually. It's been at least more than 8 minutes. So, Donna Wallace, your radar was a bit wrong there. Could not tell what he said there for a sec. Chance for Moco. It's given away. Greenwood has to start a counter here, and it's picked off by McVie. Lachlan McVie will have a strike, and that one's going to sail wide. Not sail, but it's going to go wide. For those of you just joining us, Moco just took the lead about a few minutes ago after a strike from Ilian Afonso on a free kick hit the post, and it was rebounded in by Lachlan McVie. But don't get me wrong, Hybrid has had their chances too as they're looking for another one here. Eguekwa. That one's offside for Mackay Walker. Rodriguez looking for options. Looks like Debola Oliver, by the way, is now on. Wondering if he might be playing like maybe his namesake, not his namesake, but a player that shares that last name, Paulo Dybala, over at AS Roma in Serie A, the Argentinian World Cup winner in 2022. Throw-in coming up here for Hybrid. lot of bodies flopping around as well. Carter, he's got pressure coming from Walker, and a bit of a sloppy touch there by Parks Tolton, excuse me. Greenwood got it back from Walker, centering one for Agekwa. Amon. Here's Ogra, just over the crossbar. That did go through the uprights of the American field goal goalposts, the American football goalposts. And I hear the Commanders are looking for a new kicker. That could be another opportunity. Here's Rodriguez. Finds a through ball, but it's going to be a bit too overcooked. Elijah Wormley's actually had a really good night tonight. Just the two shots that he's had to go against were both absolute bangers or just unfortunate events, like the ball hitting the post and just him not being able to reset. But other than that, his saves tonight have been excellent. Battle in the corner between Oliver and Greenwood. Greenwood's going to win a foul. And Dybala Oliver is going to just do a little bit of time wasting. No, he will not. He will go back. Kyle Simmons will take this free kick here. Long ball forward. Touched by Rodriguez, but it got to the foot of Makai Walker, who's turning on the afterburners down the left channel. Cutting one back, and it's picked off by Jose Rodriguez. Retaken here and falling in the box. They're going to say this is a flop, though, by Pierre Corneille. Actually, they're going to call this a free kick now for Hybrid. Just outside the box, and I do mean just. It looks like it might just be a matter of inches between that being a penalty and a free kick. This to be taken by Kyle Simmons. He launches one in. It deflected off the body of Tony Ibarra. Only as far as Daryl Greenwood will have a strike. That one took a deflection out for a corner now for Hybrid. We do have a substitute coming on for Hybrid. Actually, that was no substitute. That was just Randy Salvador getting instructions. Kyle Simmons miscontrolled that. And it's going to be out for a goal kick here for Moco 1776. Tolton launching a long ball forward. That one's high in the air, and it's going to almost make its way to us. Looks like Fomujung Chunga is on the field now as well. Looking to getting another ball here because that one did go a bit out of the stadium premises. Nice cutback moving there. Ooh, bit of a collision. Wide here is Marvin Zapata. Long ball forward. Nice touchdown by McVee, but it's going to be picked away. And here's a chance now for Oliver. He shoots, and it's going to go wide. That was a prime opportunity. For Dybala Oliver. Long ball launch now by Ogra. And trying to reach it, but not quite getting there in time. Ezeke Akwu. Cross into the box from Corneal. Put away. Corneal gets it back from Greenwood. Centers for Simmons. Cleared away. And that one is going to be put into center. Oliver chests it down. And a chance now here is McVee is going to race down this side. Actually, McVee hits it out, and it will be a throw-in now for Hybrid. Here as the sky begins to darken just a little bit. No. Thankfully, it's not storm clouds. It is just the normal natural lighting. But there might become a point where we might have to wait until the floodlights here come on. Remember the last time that I had a hybrid match, the floodlights were off for a good 30 minutes and we had to delay for a good half hour. Nice spin around move there by Greenwood, and getting fouled from behind is Simmons. It will be a free kick from Prime Real Estate for Hybrid FC, and we will have a hybrid substitute coming on. And as I check the roster, looks like that's going to be Abdul Adeniji. That will be coming on to replace a player soon. So a free kick here coming up. This will be Randy Salvador to take.
Follow him.
Here's the free kick, parried away, but the rebound off the post, and it's somehow cleared out through all that traffic. Still not dead yet, though. And now it's cleared. Not far enough. Daryl Greenwood now looking to make Moco pay. Simmons into a body. And now Dybala Oliver is looking for options. Finds a teammate. And he's going to get it back on a pass.
Don't look him in the eyes when you yell at him.
And the coaching staff of Moco is a little bit irritated with some of the refereeing decisions because they felt like that there should have been advantage given. So Abdul Adeniji will be coming on now. And that is the end of the night for Mackay Walker. So now Adeniji will be the lone striking option for this hybrid FC side. Free kick to be taken here by Amaya. Chance McV, but that one went out of play anyways. It's telling him to go back a bit because the throw was a bit too far from where it was supposed to be taking place. Adeniji, his first touches, he lost possession. It's going to go back to Tolton. Looking to switch the field here. Long ball forward from Rodriguez. Headed back by Dempsey. And there was not enough possession held there. Oh, I didn't realize that we had also another substitute from hybrid earlier. Because I am now realizing that Rennie Carbajal has been on this pitch. I would assume he's been on for Randy Salvador because I have not seen him on for the last few minutes. Outlet pass to Dybala Oliver. He has an outlet pass to Rodriguez, decides not to take it and just centers it. McV back to Ibarra. He's gonna switch the field out to the right side. Really nicely defended there by Tarek Amon. And out for a corner kick now. Actually, I think they're gonna say this is a little throw in here. Just waiting for the ball to get back over here because it did take a little bit of a trip. It will be a corner kick. Taken short. Oliver launches the ball into the box, headed away by Dempsey, and now Greenwood is able to get rid of it. But Adeniji cannot hold on to a really tough pass to recollect. Long throw in by Ibarra. So that one's hit into the air by Kyle Simmons. Ibarra wins the header, wins the aerial duel with a header. Chance now, nice cross by Rodriguez, and Oliver, oh, what a save by Wormley. But Dybala Oliver almost had a chance at goal. And to really make things interesting for Moco 1776, securing them possibly 3 points. Getting a bit darker now as the time starts to tick up. We apparently now have to wait for the lights. There will be a little bit of a time delay. And now, because we are going to have a little bit of a delay now because they need the lights to come on here. They have not started to come up yet. And as I mentioned, the last time I had a hybrid match, the lights not coming on delayed this for a good 30 minutes. So hopefully it will not last that long, but we will see you probably on the other side. I'm going to just let this breathe and we will just see you on the other side as this delay goes forward. So we will see you back once this match gets back and underway. The soccer gods have said, "Let there be light," and thankfully, unlike the last time that I keep talking to you guys about, it only lasted a minute. So thankfully, we will get this game back underway. That we have been told by the referee that there's been 17 and a half minutes left, at least in regulation time. We still don't know how much of that will be added in stoppage. But we are so happy that we will be able to get this match done here at a normal time instead of having to wait another 30 minutes. So back underway as Ibarra has a long throw-in to Afonso, back to Ibarra, but he is poked away by Denny G. Rodriguez looking for an opportunity. Dybala Oliver headed it down, but only to the foot of Kyle Simmons. Tolton finds McVie, or Rodriguez, excuse me. And now here's a chance for Lachlan McVie. He's going to cross one into the box and almost took a deflection into the net. Rebound is in! I believe it was Jose Rodriguez who got the final touch. And once again, it comes off the post, and there's just nothing Elijah Wormley can do about that. You got to feel bad for a goalkeeper like that, because that's just two quite unlucky breaks. And two of them in a row, and that certainly has to have just sealed 3 points here for Moco. 1776 on the road, and a big 3 points at that too. Because as I pull up the standings right now, as it stands, Moco is now going to be at least be now tied with Bridge Sports Club as it stands. We don't know if Bridge's score has changed over yet, so as of right now, they are going to be tied in 4th place. But they are going to remain in 4th, actually, because Bridge has a better goal differential. So Tarek Amon lost possession. Here's Egeakwu, trying to get it to a Denny G. It's pickpocketed away, but now Moco 1776 feels much more comfortable than they probably did a few minutes ago. And now Afonso takes over a turnover. And a chance here for Moco is denied by Elijah Wormley. bit of an errant pass from Amaya, and now it's still... This is a bit of a problem right now for Hybrid. They cannot get out of their own defensive end. And it has felt that way for a good few minutes, even before we had the little 1-minute light delay. And they just can't seem to do anything to break past this now really stout defense here for Moco 1776. And Moco's attack right now is just sustaining so much pressure that it's just overwhelming this back line, especially here for Hybrid. Aerial duel 1, and you have a push from behind as there was I believe Rennie Carbajal just took a massive push from behind. Excuse me, there's actually been another sub, so I'm going to have to go check my roster real quick. Would be Christian Johnson, who's now on the pitch. I think he is on for Egeakwu. Denny G could not get that pass from Carbajal. Oliver. Poked away, but not far enough. Dempsey having to battle in the corner with Rodriguez. McVie beats him. And it's going to go off the foot of Simmons. I think we can now say it's so much nicer that it is not raining right now, as my cameraman here to my right agrees. But that rain definitely left a much colder feeling right here. And we are going to have I don't know about you, I think I'm going to have a nice hot cup of cocoa when I get home. Hopefully you are bundled up and warm watching us here as we wrap this, as we play about the final 10 minutes of this match. Excuse me, the last 12. Amon's throw in went to a foot of Moco. Advantage given. Afonso lost possession. Amaya almost had one. A nice through ball. Rodriguez, he finds Afonso, and it was a bit too out in front of him. That could have been another nice opportunity there for Moco to just add on to this lead. Afonso, one of the 3 goal scorers tonight for the visitors. The others being Jose Rodriguez and Lachlan McVie. Always nice to get contributions from the back line. Jose Rodriguez providing that. Just waiting for another ball to come in because that one just took a nice trip outside the stadium. Out wide here, Dybala Oliver. Has to control it. Tarek Amon is beaten. Coombe out wide. Not said his name much. He's been rather quiet in this half. Rodriguez. Oliver is is not able to win a throw-in, excuse me. Rodriguez better be careful. That could have been time wasting, trying to just take the ball away, and we will have a little bit of a talking to from him with the referee, as well as a substitute coming on for hybrid. Jason Astudillo on. End of the night for Terracamon. A very, very productive night for the left back of Hybrid FC. Throw in by Rodriguez. He's going to get it back off the pass from Ibarra. Here's Tolton. Going to go out wide. Zapata. Could Moco add a fourth? No, they cannot at this moment in time. Moco now looking to add a fourth. Here's Lachlan McVie, but he is impeded by Oliver Amaya. Adeniji. Nice slide tackle by Rodriguez. Adeniji. Christian Johnson lost it. Here's Afonso. Nice step over to get past Amaya out wide. Given away. Good cutback by Carbajal. Here's a Denny G. Gonna pass it over back to Carbajal. Gonna push from behind. That's gonna be out of play. Throw in coming up here for Hybrid. As we are in the final 10 minutes of this match. Goal kick. Thought for a second there was a chance at a corner. You do have a sub coming on now for Moco. So it's going to be 2 subs, it looks like. This looks like Julia Janunga. And that is the end of the night for Lachlan McVie. Simmons, nice through ball, and a really good opportunity there is spoiled. It was a nice chance for Julius Brisbassi, who is now on as well. Dybala going around multiple defenders. And a corner coming up here for Moco. Five more minutes remaining, plus stoppage. Could we see a goal to get Moco a certain 3 points? Cross coming in now. It's way over the head of Jose Rodriguez, and it's going to be out for a throw-in. Or will we see Hybrid maybe make things a little bit spicy, a little bit interesting here, with just 5 minutes plus stoppage to go? Afonso almost got it back from a defender. Here's Dempsey. He lost possession. going to go out for a throw-in now for Moco. Here on the far side. Cross coming in now. Wormley can easily play that, and he'll just throw it out wide to Adeniji, but Rodriguez was able to box him out, and it's going to go out of play now for a Moco throw-in. Actually, they're going to call a foul here. And it will be a free kick to be taken. Carbajal launched a free kick, and Dempsey did not get full control, and a chance for Moco for 4. Great tackle by Amaya. Prevented a 4th and prevented any chance of Moco putting this thing to bed, and now a chance on the other end. Here's Christian Johnson, he'll cut it back, it's in! Hybrid are within 1! Off the bench and into the score sheet. And it's Julius Brisbossi, that had the finishing touch. And the way he stepped over and has made things interesting now with just under 5 to go. Buckle up, folks. We're in for a bumpy ride. Tolton clears it out of the way. But now there's some belief in Hybrid. You don't want to afford to give him that chance with just about 3.5 remaining. Slide tackled away. Davala Oliver could not get there first before Carbajal. Almost turned over by Dempsey in the back. And now it is. And here's a cross that's going to just go right into the chest of Wormley. Carbajal has to get to the second ball, but is beaten out by Davala Oliver on the far side. On the near side. And it's going to go out of play. Throw-in coming up for Moco. But now you can definitely feel this now. Not motivation, but very much a sense of energy that is just being exuded right now by Hybrid FC. They're now starting to really take control of this match, despite the scoreline being where it is right now. But there's definitely been a momentum shift here in these final 10 minutes. Things are getting a bit out of hand here. Simmons is able to get it for Carbajal, who kicks it out of harm's way. Brisbossi having to battle with Ibarra. Free kick now for Moco. Taken by Afonso. Long ball launched in. All units forward. Pickpocketed away by Joski Dempsey. Cross coming in now, intended for Davala Oliver. Afonso has it. He's had a few opportunities from far. Back to out to Oliver. He's onside. Needing some support. Goes back into the middle. They could go out wide to the right here because Jose Rodriguez is all alone. Instead, they're going to go back to Ibarra. Just seemed to complicate things a little bit more for Hybrid. Tolton heads it into the air. Rodriguez up high. And a foul against Kyle Simmons. And could this be a good chance? Afonso has been quite greedy and has been taking them from far out. I think at this point, you just have to try getting one into the box and seeing if a teammate can head it in. But Ilian Afonso is the tallest player currently on the field other than Parks Tolton for this Moco 1776 side. He's going to launch one into the box, headed away by Dempsey. Cleared out of the way. How much time remains here in stoppage? This is a great sequence of events in the last 5 minutes. Oliver looking to seal it. Might just want to go into the corner just to time. I'm consumed. Back to Afonso! Parried away and then recollected by Wormley. Has to get it out. This might be the final opportunity for Hybrid. It's kicked away for a throw-in. To be taken by Carbajal. Johnson lost possession. Afonso gets pickpocketed. Carbajal gets it to Simmons. He'll go to the outside. Back to Rennie Carbajal. Long switch of the field. Here's a shot that's going to be blocked out of the way. How much time remaining? Simmons. Cleared away. Not only as far as Josky Dempsey, and that is all. The final whistle blows. Moco 1776 will walk away from Hammond High School with 3 points and 3 crucial ones here in Columbia, Maryland. Well, that was a great game overall, despite the really, really choppy weather that we had in the first half and then the light delay. But wow, that last 10 minutes filled with action and just completely chaotic. That is exactly what you expect from UPSL DMV North conference action, and we will have more of it here, especially next week. I know Dono and I will be back here a week from this week as Hybrid FC, I believe they will be taking on, I want to say Bowley's Athletic is their next opponent. But I know the two of us are going to be excited to bring that one to you as well next week. And so for that, I say